See you, mate. So yeah, it's another train ride for me today. We're going to be heading down to Norfolk again. Seems like that's the home of all the Land Rovers we buy. Going to be heading down to Norfolk. It's a 5.5 hour train ride to pick up our 110. Now, the 110's been down in Norfolk with a specialist garage for about 8 weeks now. And the reason for that is obviously we've only got storage for one vehicle where we are, and that's now moved on. But also they've been doing some of the really sort of important jobs that I didn't really want to take on. I wanted to get everything done mechanically, so mechanically the vehicle was sound and MOTable, and I'll be able to drive it back and give it a really good shakedown on the drive back to Liverpool, which again is about a 5-hour drive. So I'll go over it a little bit tomorrow. So I'm going to be getting down in Norfolk tonight. First thing in the morning, I'm going to be heading over to the workshop, picking up the vehicle, and I've got a couple of jobs. Now the thing is, what I didn't want the workshop to do was a load of jobs that I want to do for the channel. So there's quite a lot of little details that I wanted to take on and do myself, and one of those is the electric. So this particular Defender, or 110, is that old that it's got the old glass fuses. The glass fuse board there is so unreliable. It's notoriously bad at maintaining good contacts, that it just throws all the lights, the hazards, the wipers, everything electrical just basically has a little spasm. It's very on and off, it's very inconsistent. So I've got a plan, and I didn't want the garage to try and do that for the MOT because it's a big job that I want to take on and do for the channel. So tomorrow morning I've got about 4 hours to try and resolve the issues, primarily with the lighting. Indicators are flashing all over the place, lights aren't coming on, also windscreen wipers aren't working constantly, so I think this is all connected to that fuse box. So I'll show you now what I'm going to replace that fuse box with. And the other thing I've brought with me, or the other things I brought with me, is the entire switch gear for the steering column, because again, they notoriously break down over time. So bear in mind, this is nearly a 40-year-old vehicle, so a lot of the switch gear is going to be worn. And I just wanted to cover myself, so I've got some relays, and I've got the switch gear, I've got the indicator stalk, I've got the main column stalk, and on top of that as well, I've got a couple of pumps for the washer jets, because I know that one was missing, which is why all the fluid was disappearing and the washer jets aren't working, so quite a lot to do. So as you know, normally I'd post on a Tuesday, which I'm doing today, but it's really just an introduction to tomorrow's video. So there's going to be another video tomorrow, a proper one, where you'll see me rebuilding the fuse box on the 110 and getting those electrics sorted out, hopefully getting the MOT and driving back. But I just thought I'd show you what I brought with me, because these are some pretty handy bits of kit. Fairly inexpensive, to be honest, and it'll just save me a massive headache if I can I'll do the fuse box first. If that's not a fix, I'm going to do these switch gears. So let me show you what I brought with me. So this is the wiper arm stalk, and you can just see in here, obviously these are the bits that tend to wear and corrode over time. All the contacts will go, and it just doesn't work very well. And this is a genuine Lucas part, so a little bit better than some of the other aftermarket parts out there, but that is just for the wiper arms, and you can quite easily fit this without taking the whole steering column piece apart. The other bit I've got is the center column assembly, so you've got all your switch gear in here. Again, same issues with all the contacts wearing out and going brittle, but we've got indicator, we've got main beam, dip and horn, so they all work off that one assembly, and then I can attach the one I just showed you onto the other side, and that is a full piece of kit there, just in case that is something else we need. So as far as switch gear goes, this is the last switch I've actually got to fit. Now this is for the side lights. I think I've already given the garage one of these to try, but I thought I'll take one with me just in case, and that again is just obviously for your side lights there, switches over, and you know, it's pretty simple. You can see what tends to get broken inside here. This is all sort of worn, wears out over the time, and obviously we are looking at 40 years old. So anyway, we've got this, that's the last switch. Again, that goes into the housing I just showed you, so that pretty much covers us for all our electrical switches, so we should be covered there. But before I try any of those switches, I'm going to be fitting this relay box. Now this is a Blue Sea relay box. it's got space for 12 blade fuses. Now I don't think that's enough for the Land Rover. I think I might have to employ a couple more, but I do have another spare fuse block where I'm going, but hopefully I'm going to get all the key elements on this board. Now there are two reasons for fitting this. The first one is, as I said before, I want to replace the old glass fuse board because they're just inherently bad, but also the second reason is this is a waterproof, fully sealed bit of kit, and I just think this will be perfect for the application we're going to be using it for, and you'll find out what that is as soon as we start the build. Now I've also got, it comes with these little sticker labels, which is great because that means we can label everything up, know where everything's going. We can methodically just work through each fuse, remove it from the vehicle, install it into here with some extra wire. So yeah, it should be quite an easy job to do, just a bit time consuming, but I'm going to cover all of that in the video tomorrow. So I'm hoping I don't need a lot of tools for this job. I've got my bit set and I've got my snap-on ratchet screwdriver, so I should be able to just get involved and do everything there. I've also got my socket set so I can take the steering wheel off to get that column assembly on if I need to. And obviously soldering iron, not your normal sort of kit you take on a train, but I've got it all with me, as you can see in my bag. I don't think we're going to run into too many problems, but I just thought I'd throw this video out there because a lot of you be wanting to see what's coming out today, so this is just really a sort of a teaser for tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow in the end of the day, and I'll hopefully get some information. I might do a live stream or something when I'm doing it, because that's the easiest way to get it posted tomorrow. But there'll be plenty of content, and then hopefully once the vehicle's with us, it's just going to be full steam ahead, and you're going to love what we're doing. I'm going to give you hopefully a sneak preview at the end of this video. Just going to show you a picture of what we have got planned for this 110.